All right. So we are going to look at some demographic data from a few Milwaukee public schools, some elementary schools, some high schools, and we'll just see, do you think the segregation problem has changed? Stick with us. All right. So we've got this handy dandy power by chart that MPS made. Got to give them credit for that. We're going to briefly look here. This is 2005 and 6. It was 58% African American, 13% white, 20. What was the Hispanic? 20% Hispanic. And today, the enrollment has gone down by almost 20,000. It's what, 54% Black African American, 27% Hispanic, but only 11% white. Just look at the number of white pupils in the district at that time, 12,000. And now it's gone down to 8,000. And now it's 40,000 African American pupils. And before it was 54,000 African. I mean, that's, wow. That's just from everywhere. All right. Well, we're not here to look at that. We are here to look at specific schools. So we got a little list here. How about Fernwood Montessori? I want to check that one out. Our Craig Fernwood Montessori. Blam. Special education students, not very many. Economically disadvantaged, no, 78%. I wonder how white this school is going to be. I just kind of wonder. 69% white. Hispanics get in there with 21%, so that's at the district average. And African Americans are 7%. I wonder what could account for that being outside of the district average. Let's go to La Follette Elementary. I like that one. Not the most intuitive system, but it'll work. Oh. Grand Tosa. Bam. Ooh, that one's up by Morse. Somehow, that school is 93% economically disadvantaged and 93% African American and 1% white. It's fascinating how that could be that. Oh, I know another one that won't pass muster. We'll go to Congress. I have been going and taking pictures of the schools, just to sort of like a photo montage here. So I'm actually a little bit more versed with especially our North Side schools. So, all right, 747 students and coming out 96% African American. Huh. I wonder what's up with that. Let's do Lloyd Barbie Montessori School, named after a famous African American Milwaukee leader who helped to integrate Milwaukee Public Schools. Let's see how his school fares. I think I am a product of Milwaukee Public Schools. We'll do La Follette just to see. Oh. Okay. La Follette School, huh? All right, there's La Follette School. I can tell you that named after a white governor, this has all the hallmarks of a not white school, especially because it doesn't, the greenery, lack of greenery besides anything else. Wow, okay. It's also on 3200 block of 9th Street, so that's the near north side. Oh, yeah, I've definitely been there. Definitely been there. All right, here's a Montessori school on the north side. And apparently that one is all, I guess I was wrong on that one. The astonishing 85% African American. And what's the markup for that? A 6% white. That is definitely on the north side, which is code, in other words, for not white. All right, we got another Montessori. I was surprised at that. I thought all the Montessoris were not white, or were white as can be. So that is at least something. I've got a bunch of questions here, but we'll get there. Maryland. Let's see, King. Oh, it's a middle school. I'm sorry. All right, Fratney School. It is bilingual, so that may have something to do with it. The principal was a friend of Robert Peterson for quite some time, the former president of the school board. And so there it's 11% white, which is basically in the average of what you'd expect. It's in a 100% white neighborhood. 63% Hispanic. That's outside of the norm, and 26% African American. That's kind of fascinating. I just want to show you for comparison. Let's look at this is two school buildings built at approximately the same time. This screams to me white or influential school in one way or the other. You will notice the abundance of green space there. They've got gardens going there. This is an extra playground. There's another one. The add-on that's fairly recently built and that all matches. Everything, some of the paint seems to be in disrepair there. I'll give them that. And then just generally the green space around the front. This screams to me. This is also in River West, which is a pretty, you just look at the cars. All right. All right, and this is on the Upper East Side. I would say this is the premier elementary school. I don't know how high it goes to, but right, because all of the schools have K3 through 8 now, because that makes sense. So, and 13 people in 8th grade, because that makes perfect sense. I mean, it is a Montessori, but let's look here. 65% white, 8% Hispanic, 22% African American. That doesn't make sense at all. There's nothing in how great of a school or not great of a school it is that would justify that. Let's look, by the way, at the outside. All right, I will save you the outside. I have some good pictures, and I've spent a couple of weekends doing them, but we'll have to compile them and put them all together here. The Maryland from the outside, but it's got the sunshade, the outdoor classroom. It's got the exercise. It's got all the things that the native butterfly gardens. It's got all the things. I love that phrase, by the way. All right, we're going to do two more here, two more high schools. I guess 3 here. Reagan, which I don't know if that used to be called South Division. The fact that there's a school in Milwaukee called Reagan is astonishing to me. But that's what happened. Not only is it's like one of the best, it's the best high school, I think. But let's see what happens. River West Elementary, Roosevelt, Rogers Street, River Trail, Reagan High School. See, I got this. Reagan High School, 1,000 students. That is South Side. It is on the South Side. I kind of think it used to be called South Division, but they're 53% Hispanic. Oh, 31% white. That is an outlier, as we say. 8% African American. Okay, because what that'll mean is, if assuming this is one of the better high schools, you can see how the African Americans are not really being allowed into that high school. That's what that means. Because statistically, you're going to have to assume that in a district where 54% of the students are black, that 8%, I mean, they're not stupider. You're not going to pull that one past me. The statistics matter sometimes. Let's try Madison. I'm sorry for this. Let's do Hamilton High School real quick, too. Oh, yeah. Can't take me anywhere. All right, I stopped by this one. I knew this is Hartford University School. It is literally in the middle of UWM, next to Shorewood, the extremely white suburb, in extremely white downtown, not downtown, East Side. Okay, what does it have? I also, the alma mater of yours truly. 92% African American. And I've heard stories about this place, the licensing, and I've heard stories that will shock the soul, to put it another way. That's not statistically possible. Okay? So when we're talking in 1965 about de facto racism, we should be talking right here today about de facto racism. When Lloyd Barbie is writing to Washington about de facto racism in 1965, we should be doing it today. All right. All right, here is James Madison. And as soon as they said academic in the title, I knew exactly where it was going to be. Look at this building here. Look at the cars. Look at the neighborhood. That's the game we should play. It's spotting segregation is a painful game, but here we are. I also just want to show you how enormous this building is. Hold on. All right, here's this thing from the sky. Okay, it's huge. Like many of these buildings, it's huge. Look at the track. Look at that. Is all there is. This is Madison. This was a big deal back in the day. If you can't tell, these are former white factory houses that are now inhabited by black people. It's definitely the north side, 78th and Florist or something like that. All right, let's see what the numbers say. Bam. 93% African American. 1% non-economically disadvantaged. That's something. Let's look at North. Last one. Man, this is, you just can't eat just one. This is Golda Meir School. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Home, another alma mater of yours truly. They're playing around with the numbers, that's for sure. Sorry, but let's look again here. 17% white. This is a gifted and talented school. It's fairly privileged. So that number's way out of double the average. Hispanic is half of what it should be, and African American is slightly above normal. And then we look here at disadvantaged versus non-disadvantaged. It's 2/3 disadvantaged, but that's still pretty low, I guess, for the average here, which I think is like 80%. Let's look at it. Sorry, what's the 82%? Wow. All right. We're going to do North, and then we'll go. Another fascinating one. This one's sort of on the border of Wauwatosa, a white suburb here. It's French immersion. 66, so still disproportionately African American. Same trend I think we saw at Golda Meir. Less Hispanic kids and disproportionate, double the proportion of white kids. That's fascinating that there would be such a near correlation between there and Golda. Fascinating. Golly. I could do this for an hour. We're going to get to North, I promise. All right, I just wanted to see. This is North Division High School here. Seen from the air, you can see downtown Milwaukee there in the background. This isn't even all of it. There's an extensive field and parks that go along with it. The building was updated in 1976 from the original site, which is, like from 1906. But that's the 76 era thing. It's on Milwaukee's north side, and it was like the premier black high school. President of GE went there. Val Phillips went there. Current Gwen Moore, current legislature. Golda Meir went there. I mean, this place has got some history here, and I think maybe we can look at the Google view here. Hold on. All right, and here's the front. And then here is the rest of the neighborhood, which as you can see, has seen its better day, as they say. That's actually a pretty decent view here. Actually, there's something back here that I'd love to note. We'll see if I can. This is a feature of Northside schools, and guess what it is? It's the teacher's parking lot. That is MPS style barbed wire right there. It tells you about all you need to know. Let's see how many students all these people are working with. Here, 338 students at the rate of black. They don't even bother to have anything other than 97%. So there you have it. Not the Milwaukee has a segregation problem. Milwaukee Public Schools has de facto segregation. I think we can say that definitively now, based on their own data. I think we need a little bit of jazz to get us through all of that there. Stick with us. We'll keep you informed.